It happens in a split second. You get a text from your partner, or you hear that sound and you see your boss's name on the screen, or someone insults you. Your heart starts pounding, your brain turns off, and you spend the next 6 hours stressing over a problem that should have taken 5 minutes to fix. But then there is a rare type of person who faces that same chaos and doesn't even blink. They don't freak out, they don't spiral, they just handle it. This level of control is so rare today that it actually scares people. It feels supernatural, like nothing can hurt them. But it isn't magic. It is something you can build. And it doesn't take years of meditation. It starts with what you do in the first 5 seconds. The next time you feel that spike of anxiety, I want you to do something that feels completely unnatural. I want you to freeze. Do not text back. Do not answer the call. Do not speak. For exactly 5 seconds, you become a statue. You are going to want to react. Your thumbs will be itching to type that defensive reply. Your brain will be screaming. You must refuse. You have to force a physical gap between what just happened and how you are going to react. Why is this so important? Because in that exact moment of panic, you are quite literally not yourself. You are experiencing a biological glitch called an amygdala hijack, but you don't need to remember this name. See? Your brain's alarm system is millions of years old. It was designed to save you from saber-toothed tigers. It is designed to pump you full of adrenaline so you can fight or run. But the problem is, your biology cannot tell the difference between a predator trying to eat you and a text from your partner saying, "We need to talk." It treats them exactly the same. It floods your system with stress hormones and effectively pulls the plug on your prefrontal cortex. And suddenly, your ability to think clearly is gone. This is why you say things you regret when you're mad. This is why you shout when you should speak. In that moment, your IQ has literally dropped. If you act during the hijack, you are acting out of emotions. You are letting a biological glitch decide for you. But this surge of chemicals, the peak intensity only lasts about 5 seconds. If you can just wait, if you can just endure that 5 seconds of silence, the wave breaks. The logic center of your brain comes back online. And suddenly, the text message isn't a threat. It's just words on a screen. The insult isn't an attack, it is just noise. The emotional mind reacts immediately because it feels unsafe, but the controlled mind pauses because it knows the problem isn't going anywhere. So, step 1 is defense. Create the gap. But just creating the gap is not enough. The gap only stops you from making things worse. The panic is still pounding in your chest. And here is where most people fail. They think, I'll wait until I feel calm to deal with this. They try to breathe deeply. They try to think positive. But that is too slow. And frankly, it is too weak. You cannot negotiate with a biological impulse. If you want the kind of control that scares people, you need physical strength in your brain. And neuroscientists have found exactly where that strength lives. It's called the anterior midcingulate cortex. Think of it this way. Your emotions, the amygdala, are a wild beast. It screams, it attacks, it wants to run. And the AMCC is the chain that holds the beast back. If you lose control easily, if you snap at people, it's not because you are emotional. It's because your chain is too weak. The beast snaps the leash, and you explode. So, how do you forge a chain strong enough to hold a monster? You can't do it by thinking. You have to do it by acting. Scientists found that the AMCC grows when you do one specific thing. You do what you don't want to do. When you look at that scary phone call and you feel that tightness in your chest, that is the moment the beast is pulling against you. If you run away, the chain gets thinner and your control gets weaker. But if you pick up the phone, if you force yourself through the resistance, you are physically forging a stronger chain. This is why the strong mind looks so calm. It's not that they don't feel any anger, they feel the beast roaring just as loud as you do. But their chain is so thick, the beast cannot move. They don't need to try to stay calm. They simply hold the leash. But to build that kind of strength, do not wait for a disaster to happen. If you only train when life falls apart, you will grow too slowly. You need to forge the chain in the quiet moments. You need daily reps. So, You are going to intentionally trigger this growth every single day with a micro suck. You're going to pick one tiny thing every day that sucks, just a little bit, and do it anyway. It can be taking the stairs instead of the elevator, washing your dish the second you finish eating, or even walk without headphones. You are deliberately introducing friction into your life. You are proving to your brain, I am in charge, not my emotions. If you do this with the small things, you will be untouchable when the big things happen. Because when you master creating the gap and you forge the chain, you stop being a victim of your own life. Most people walking around are made of glass. One bad comment, one bit of disrespect, one sudden problem, and they shatter. But when you train your brain to pause and you train your AMCC to grow, you become something else entirely. You become an unmovable object. The chaos of the world hits you and it just stops. It doesn't shake you. It doesn't break you. You absorb it. And that is what scares people. It's not about being aggressive or about being loud. It's about absolute stability in an unstable world. People will look at you when things go wrong, expecting you to panic like they do. And when they see you calm, focused, and moving forward, they won't just be confused. They will be intimidated, because they will realize, if this didn't break him, what can? Now, you know how to handle the chaos, but the ultimate strength is making sure the chaos never finds you. Because where does most stress actually come from? It comes from running late, from falling behind. Our lack of discipline creates the very enemies we have to fight. So stop fighting fires and prevent them. I have a lazy method that puts your discipline on autopilot. It keeps the beast asleep, so you save your strength for the real war.